Holla at your boy, man. Come check in. Come on through, man. Like, share, subscribe. Show us some love. True Masculinity Podcast. The one and only. Trying something a little new, man. Giving a little time to just, get my topics in order. Let everybody come on in, man. See my handsome face. See this mug. Get ready for this knowledge and empowerment. Clear my mind. Give it a little 2-minute window. I'll come in, pile in. Check your boy out. Give me undivided. Turn that thing on off real fast. Welcome to another edition of TMP. That's True Masculinity Podcast. Hope this reaches you well on this rainy North Carolina Thursday. Beautiful day in the 704 of the Carolinas. But yeah, man, I had a short little, just a little talk, man, a little manhood hour, man, just something just to lay on folks. It's something that caught my attention. I don't really know much about the gentleman, but it seems to be a topic of discussion. A man by the name of Stephen tWitch Boss, the amiable DJ for Ellen DeGeneres Show, for the Ellen DeGeneres Show, and dancer who rose to fame on So You Think You Can Dance, has died. His wife, fellow dancer Allison Holker Boss, confirmed in a statement to CNN he was 40 years old. It is with the heaviest of hearts that I have to share. My husband Stephen has left us. Holker Boss said in a statement. Boss died by suicide, according to LA County Medical Examiner. Suicide, 40 years old, black man. Looked at the whole, a good bit of life left on this earth. He took his own life, felt the need to end it. But man, I just want to talk to folks, man, especially as black men. I would be remiss if I did not come out and give my 2 cents on mental health, mental awareness. Man, just True Masculinity Podcast, man. We're not gonna victim blame. We have no idea what goes on in the day-to-day of being a black man. Most people don't know. That's something only black men know about. I see so many memes talking about how we equate money with our value in the eyes of our women, or in the eyes of women in general. A lot of things, man. Like I said, I'm the type of guy, I don't know what someone else is going through. All I can do is speak for myself and give any type of guidance or influence that I have, and then the walks of life that I've went through. Every man, every person, every being goes through depression. Everybody went through something in life, lost someone, lost something, a employment, a job, a opportunity, a vision in which they saw themselves living and going down that road. A road may be closed, an avenue that they saw. Anything, a dream may be deferred, or maybe not the way in which you saw it occurring. So, man, I'm just going to talk about, I'm always solution based. That's first and foremost. And this thing touched me and touched my heart, because I know there's other black men out there that are suffering. I seen online, it's sad. They were talking about, I'm just going to try to see if I can find it. Him being, a millionaire, having a beautiful family, successful in the outside world's eyes. All of these things, all of these things that in black culture especially, we would see as, or we would deem as being successful, affluent, blessed, as we like to say it. No problems, everything's good, riding on easy street, as they would say. A lot of people, once I get this, I'll be happy. Once I get to this location, man, that's it right there. I made it. Like, there's nothing that can tear me down in this world once I get $1 million, once I get $100 million, once I get $1 billion, whatever this is, whatever this lifestyle and this way of living, and that we deem just the picture of excellence. We all envision once we get there, we will have a life without problems, with no issue, with no struggle, with no hurt, with no setbacks. And this is one of the biggest lies told. This is one of the biggest misconceptions that we've allowed to seep into our conscious and our psyche. It couldn't be further from the truth. My thing is this: we know if we are with problem when we are getting to this location, the problems will not stop once you get there. There will still be issues, there will still be bumps in the road, there will still be setbacks, there will still be tragedies that occur in our life which are uncontrollable. Deaths in our family members. Like, you can just go on of things that can make any man, cripple any man psychologically, that could bring any man to his knees mentally. That it just is what it is, any person. But this is specifically for Black men, things that I feel like we have to understand and we have to take on the chin, and we have to, grow as a people mentally, and know that if our spirit isn't strong, our mental isn't going to be strong. If we're not held to anything, if materials is the only thing you value and covet, if this picturesque life, or house in a picket fence, and the social media carbon picture cutout, cookie cutter type mindset of success, if this is the only thing you value in life, tragedies like this will continue to occur. Like, these are the things I feel like that bring us to a level of mental instability when our spirit is not strong. Like, the things that we value, we say, or we profess to value, or the things that we say in our mouths is not true. A lot of people are living a lie, and that's one thing I want to make known in this video. A lot of folks, listen up now, a lot of folks are faking happiness out here. I know it myself. I feel myself. I understand. Like, I see through people's pain because I've been a person that's went through pain. So I know, and I've been a person that I did not know myself. I did not know my purpose in this world. I didn't, I had no sense of direction at a certain time. I had things that occurred at a young age, derailed my life, as far as I had football dreams, torn Achilles at 22 years old, about to be 23 years old, 2 days before my 23rd birthday. So I've had things that derailed my life, and that felt like I didn't know where I was going in life. And so a lot of things we have to spiritually find ourselves, spiritually find what we deem endearing, what we feel is foundational in who we are. Faith is a big thing with me now. Like, faith, and I'm not a religious goer of church, but I have a firm relationship with the Lord, the Most High God. I have a firm relationship. I feel like I understand that the Lord will not put us through what we cannot handle. So that's my biggest deal. So we're gonna go through tragedy. That's life. We're not the first civilization. This is the whatever century we're in. We're not the first people to inhabit this earth. Life and death. We have to not compartmentalize it. We have to grieve on our own terms. But one thing we cannot be is become stuck. We cannot become lost. Everyone mourns differently. That's something too. Like, we are all put on this earth living a spiritual life, and we're this is not our life. This is not our world. It's not our earth. We don't own it. So one day we will depart this life, and you have to find something that is spiritually grounding, faith. Like, if you have no faith or a real belief, a lot of people lie and they profess through their tongue to love God and have a relationship with God, and understand that this is not my earth. The material things are just things that they cannot bind to my spirit. I cannot buy love. I cannot buy the things that are really imperative to keeping me psychologically fit. You cannot buy that. You cannot buy that. You cannot buy loyalty. You know, you cannot buy trust in the God. You cannot buy faith. You know, these are things that one must understand and come to a decision within their self and their own being and spirit and essence. So that's one of the things I feel like as a society, especially as men, we hold too much faith in things that are existential. You know, things, women, money, status, clout, you know, whatever, like any material things, we hold too much on that. You know, our bravado, strength, manhood, anything like that. So, you know, our youth, being bigger, you know, young, like that's not that, you know, this young man was 40 years old. Like, by all means, he was not a young man, but at the same time, he had not lived a lot of time, you know, in the same amount of time. Like he had a life ahead of him, had small kids, you know, younger kids. So like, you just never know what triggers folks, you know. Like I'm 33 myself, so he's around my age bracket. So stuff like that, like if you don't have a strength or something, just losing things. Because when you get older, things change. You are not the same person at 40 or at 33 as you were at 16, 17, 18. You're not. You're mentally, you think that, and you shouldn't be. You're mentally different. You're physically different. Going through all types of changes as far as just being a man, growing up and becoming a different version of yourself. I always say I'm getting better with age. That's one thing I always say as a man. Like, I keep myself up. I try to eat good, eat healthy, ingest certain things into my body and into my mind, into my brain. Just think, you know, I laugh a lot. I laugh just so much. You know, that's one thing that laughter is the best medicine, they say, and I agree. Like, I'm in tune with my body. Being a former athlete, I preach and I profess mental health and physical health. Physical health and mental health, they're both intertwined. They're both a must. They are they're just needed. You know what I'm saying? It's a prerequisite. It's a must. It's imperative. You must take care of these two things or you will lose all. You know, you must take care of your temple, your body. So that's just the biggest thing, because that's going to help keep you on track. It's going to help, you know, grease that engine, grease them wheels in your brain. So that's one thing. You cannot love money too much. You cannot fall in love with money. You cannot fall in love with things, even with women. You know, you may love things, but this person, they don't, you know, essentially you love them to life, but they do not owe you anything. If they can change a heart or change something in a heartbeat in a second, and then you have to roll with the punches. You cannot, you know, just quit, you know, quit on life, quit on your responsibilities, you know, quit on God, you know, quit on yourself. You cannot do that. You know, like, that's my opinion. Things will get better. Things will push on. Life will go on. You have no control over things that are outside of you. So that's the biggest thing. Control what you can control. And a lot of our people, like I said previously, we fake happiness. You know, that's something that I know I see on a daily, you know, which a lot of us in our communities, we have to do that. You know what I'm saying? We have to find things to keep pushing, to keep going. But I dare you to not fake happiness. I dare you to get to the root of the problem and fix why you have to fake happiness, why you have to put on airs and cap, as I say, you have to cap and fake it to make it. Why not make it? You know, why fake being happy? Because that's still killing you slowly, putting on that fake smile, going out there and dancing for folks, and you're inside, you're dead. So you can't, you know, and you don't have any reason to want to be here, and your kids aren't enough, and money isn't enough, and, you know, like time and being able to be a entertainer and having whatever, like, it will not be enough if you're not solid in who you are. Nothing will be enough, you know. And that's basically what I want to tell folks. You have to be solid within your spirit, within your soul, within your being. It cannot be the kids, it cannot be the car, it cannot be the mansion, it cannot be, you know, the lake house, the beach house. It cannot be that. You know, it cannot be that, man. It cannot be the women that you sleep with to keep your mind off of whatever your demons are in your closet. You have to be solid within yourself, within your spirit, within who you are as a man or a woman on this earth. You have to do that in order to make it in this cold, ugly world that we live in, that really cares nothing about you but about the bottom line. Basically, you have to come to an understanding. Stop expecting so much of other people. Expect everything of yourself. Find out who you are as a person. Do not put your whole life in someone else's control or someone else's, you know, manipulation, where you deem that they control why you're happy. Oh, this person, they're doing this, so I'm sad. This person doing this, why I'm happy. No, like, that is also a way that will lead you down a ugly path. So like to this brother, man, pull it up one more time. To this brother, tWitch boss, as they call him, man. Twitch, man, peace to you, man. It's sad that this world was too much for you to handle. It's sad that whatever demons that we cannot see, like, you know, that were not apparent, that no one could resolve these issues. But as a black man, I just want to say, man, we are bigger than things, man. We are bigger than what we can achieve. We are bigger than what we bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? That we're not just a dollar amount. You know, we're bigger than that. I said it on a previous episode. We're not, manhood is not just a dollar amount. It's not just what we can provide financially. It's bigger than that. And we have to find our purpose in that, because being used or feeling as if you are used, a tool, or, you know, just a tool for someone else's bidding, you know what I'm saying, and your life doesn't mean as much as others, is another reason why a lot of men go into depression, in my opinion. Because you're being told essentially that you are a tool, an object, you know what I'm saying, you're objectified. Sex, bring me this. Like a lot of what is considered manhood and things that make men feel good, is shunned in today's society. That's something that's why I say True Masculinity Podcast, we don't give a rat's ass how you feel. We're going to speak flippantly. We're going to talk how we want to talk. Like I profess that to men, like bring back real manhood, bring back barbershop talk, bring back men who don't fear the ramifications of just being truthful, being honest. Just being all the way transparent and laying down how you feel as a person, because everyone else does that to men. Everyone else tells men what we're doing wrong. Everybody else have a laundry list of things why the black community and is basically the man's fault. You know, like everybody wants to punish the black men. You know what I'm saying? That's just the tea of the time for 2022 and beyond. It's demonize the black man. We see it with Kyrie, Kanye. Anytime someone calls truth to power, you're demonized by everyone in society. So that's something that we have, as men, we have to be bigger than that. We have to see ourselves as being, you know, people that can let our nuts hang and don't give a fuck about what somebody has to say about us. Speak it. Stop holding so much stuff in. That's how depression enthralls us and has us down in the rut. Just let it out. Let it out. As long as you're not disrespectful, as long as you're not hurting someone purposely. If someone has some flack to give you, rebuttal it with also something that, you know, if it's something that you can improve on it, and don't complain. But if something that you have a plight, do not just swallow that down. It could be something that improves the whole team. So that's my mindset. Just men, I'm preaching all the time. I'm going to preach this to the day I leave this earth. Men, don't allow someone else to dictate your manhood. Do what makes you feel, do what feels right, man. Do not allow society to dictate what manhood is, because that's going to lead, like I said, that's going to lead all us to the loony bin. If the direction that this society is, they call oranges apples and the fucking peaches a motherfucking Chevy truck, you know what I'm saying? So if you're a man that's going along to get along, like, you're going to drive yourself insane. You know, that's just how it is. Like, you have to bring back that nature of man, you know what I'm saying? Like, just straight up go outside, yell, beat on your chest, man. Hey, get your hands dirty, talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Drink a beer. I don't care what it is, man. You have to go back. You cannot let society dictate what manhood is to you, man. That's what TNP is all about, man. True Masculinity Podcast. Man, we're about being in control all times. We're about accountability. We're about being this clear and concise in our thinking, you know, in our consciousness. So, man, that's basically all I gotta say, man. I appreciate y'all listening. Man, rest in peace to this brother, man. 40 years young. It's sad to see it's such a tragedy in our community, a black person, you know, taking their life. You know, I hate to see anyone take their life, but coming from a black man who has gone through times where I've been down, you know, and felt down and out, I just want to give someone else an opportunity to see a perspective where you don't have to quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an option. That's just an option. Like you don't have to pick that. You don't have to pick violence to one another. You don't have to pick self-inflicted violence. You don't have to cop out. You know, you don't have to quit. You know, that's just my biggest thing. Because if you quit, it will never get better. That's it. Your story is shut. But if you give it up, you keep fighting, you don't know what the future may bring. And that's just the realest of the real. You know, that's my biggest thing for black folks. For black men especially, find your spirit, find your purpose, find your divine reason for being here. What is your purpose besides fame, clout, money, women, distractions, low vibrations? Find out your reasoning and sit there and and put blinders on and don't allow anyone to get in your way. If they get into your way, you are a Mack truck running right over. That's how I feel. You are a train. You are a missile. Put them blinders on and do not allow anyone to discourage you. Don't allow anyone to turn you down, set you down, tell you what you're doing is toxic. Any of that. You know what I'm saying? If you have a feeling, as long as you're nonviolent, and your rebuttal is intelligent, let it fly. That's my biggest deal with us, man. We bite our tongue too much, and also that's just the real reason why we're repressed and depressed. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's all I got, man. TNP.